right. Welcome back, and here's what we got going on. Just to catch you up, it's been about almost 2 years since we've been parked. To keep you up on the world tour, we left the local airport in Michigan, um, and then we're taking a world tour with the family in our Cessna C208 Grand Caravan. It's fantastic family airplane to pretty much land anywhere you want and still get the distance you need for some fun crossings like our Greenland crossing. Went around Greenland and hopped over to Iceland, a couple of the other islands, and then through northern Europe, down through Italy, hit Africa, all the way down southern Africa, bounced around the coast here a little bit before we made a hop to Madagascar, and then the Indian Ocean crossing was probably our most exhilarating, pushing the limits of the C208. But we did it, and then we started our journey in Asia, going up through India. And last we left off, we were in Dali and Western China, and we made a leg that I did not capture on video. But now we are leaving China after, like I said, about 20 months. I think it's been about August 24 since we were flying, and we are headed to Vietnam. Super excited to spend some time there, hit some local cuisine, um, get some great birds, and let the family explore a bit. So we're going to be crossing over some beautiful mountain ranges as we make the crossing across China into Vietnam before we drop quite a bit of elevation as we get closer to our destination. So yeah, that's where we're at. That's what we're doing. So let's get in the plane and get going. All right, so welcome to the cockpit as usual. I'll let you sit here with me as I get this aircraft started, avionics up and running, chat with ATC, and get out on what I believe is going to be a very long taxi to get us up in the air and get us on the runway. So just sit tight while I get the aircraft ready, and we'll be up in the air soon.
Kunming Ground Cessna Juliet November 316 request taxi for departing straight out with Alpha.
Cessna Juliet November 316 taxi to and hold short of runway 21 via taxiway Foxtrot Echo. Contact tower on 130.6 when ready.
Taxi to and hold short runway 21 via taxiway Foxtrot Echo Cessna 316.
All right, so we are airborne. So we'll continue our departure here as we get ready to get on course. It's going to be a decently long flight, probably closer to 2 hours today, because it's a bit of a stretch to get us to our airport in Vietnam. It's not a northern airport. We are deciding to hit a bit more south, a little bit off the beaten path, some more local and cultural interests that I think will be really cool to visit there. So we'll be in the air for a bit, and I'll just let you enjoy the scenery, enjoy the flight. That's my favorite part anyways. It's just looking and flying, not hearing myself talk. And but I will jump in from time to time just to keep you updated on where we're at, especially as we cross the border into Vietnam from China, as it'll be a milestone transition for us for sure.
Cessna 316 leaving my airspace, frequency change approved.
Kunming Tower Cessna Juliet November 316 frequency change. Kunming approach Cessna Juliet November 316 is type Cessna Caravan 5 miles southeast of Kunming 9,200 feet. Request flight following.
Cessna Juliet November 316 Kunming approach. Squawk 0121.
Squawk 0121 Cessna 316.
Cessna 316 radar contact 6 miles southeast of Kunming 9,800 feet. Altimeter 30.00.
Roger Cessna 316.
All right, so we have officially crossed into Vietnam now, leaving China behind and entering one of the most mountainous and remote regions in all of Southeast Asia. Beneath us are many small villages and communities scattered throughout the valleys and hillsides here. Um, Many of the names, sometimes as I am browsing around on that amazing heads-up display that we all have, you'll see the pins sometimes pop up with various different words that will often represent, rather than a city per se, but more of these various communities throughout the landscape. What strikes me the most about this region is just how beautiful the terrain is. These aren't isolated peaks, but just wave after wave of mountains stretching. And really, for centuries, these highlands have been a barrier between the cultures of China and northern Vietnam, which is why there's so much history here. As we continue flying south, we're going to be flying above the provinces that many international travelers never see, which is cool, right? So that's why we do what we do. So while Vietnam is often associated with the busy and bustling cities and beaches and some of its famous northern frontier places, it's this area that I just love looking at, right? Just looking out these windows, it's easy to imagine how difficult travel, as you can imagine, right, would be before modern roads and aviation. And even today, many of these communities just remain tucked away in these valleys that seem hidden from the rest of the world. Skipping forward a bit, but as we continue deeper into northern Vietnam, these mountains again just seem to roll without end, right? These lush green hills, this landscape just shaped by rains and fertile valleys, and generations of farming communities that just have learned to thrive in this challenging terrain. I think it's just easy to appreciate seeing up here, the difference between the crowded cities often associated with Vietnam and these small little villages tucked away in the valleys. It's just a real beautiful area, which is this transition into our journey, right? I'm just looking forward to smaller towns and villages and culture and food and birds and always birds to enjoy. So hopefully you'll be enjoying it as well too. Just wanted to pull you in for another view here. Just gorgeous, isn't it? Just enjoy. Well, we are starting to get close to our destination now, so it's about time for me to shift from sightseeing back to flying. Over the next few minutes here, I'll be setting up for the approach, getting lined up at the runway, and just going to focus on the landing. So rather than me talk for the whole time and fumble through checklists and start to hear stall alerts, I will let the video speak for itself for a little bit. So we'll pick things back up when safely on the ground. See you after touchdown. Well, the airplane is still in one piece, which means I can officially call this landing a success. So we've traded mountain views from thousands of feet in the air to a front row seat on the ground. So before we rush off to the next destination, we'll be taking a few days here to see where we ended up, learn a little bit about this corner of Vietnam, uncover some new foods, some new discoveries, get some pictures, see some new birds, hang out as a family, and looking forward to all that we're going to explore here. So thanks for hanging out with us. Thanks for flying with us. God bless, and we'll talk soon.